So you want to be a YouTuber? Well, you're in luck because we have the three biggest Victoria 3 YouTubers here on this podcast right now. Let's introduce us to everybody here listening right now, okay? Who's Mr. Technocrat here? Hello.
Oh, one of the biggest YouTubers, yes, with my 400 subscribers. But
Mm. Nice, nice,
I,
nice.
I am Technocrat. I sometimes make tutorial videos for Victoria 3. That's what I do.
Nice, nice. We like that. We
Wow.
like that. He actually taught me how to play Victoria 3, guys. That's why I'm so bad at the game.
Technocrat is a genius.
I'm just kidding. He's good. He's good. Go
Technocrat
watch his
has
videos.
created all of the mods that you've ever seen in the entire Steam Workshop. He is an
Yep.
absolute goat.
That's him. He's a modder. He's leading the modding scene, actually.
Technocrat is my favorite of all the modders and YouTubers. Sorry,
Oh
Charm.
my god, you guys are so crazy. You guys are so crazy. I love you both to death.
Okay. Let's move on for the retention rate. Smithy? Who's the Smithy guy?
I'm Smithy. I don't really know what I do, but I'm just here in it. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, buddy.
We will find out during the podcast what you
Exactly.
Yeah, we will find
Exactly.
out. We will find out. And then I'm Chum. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I make some videos.
Woo!
All right, boys. So today on the podcast, if you're listening today, we got something special for you guys.
Yes,
We're going
we
to talk
do.
about the dark side of being a Victoria 3 content creator. Yes.
Oh, the dark side.
Pretty.
That's
and the
pretty scary.
highlights.
And the highlights, of course. You know, the $2 YouTube money is pretty nice.
Yes, I'm rich.
Oh,
And
yes.
and hopefully, if you would like to do some sort of content creation yourself or try it out, you should be able to pick up some tips and tricks along the way. That's our goal, at least.
Oh,
Nah, seriously though, we want some more Vicky3 YouTubers. If you're someone that's even considering it, join us. Because well, it's lonely, very very lonely. Please,
Yes, please.
we need more. We need more podcast guests.
I need new friends. I don't want these guys anymore.
What?
I mean, but with that said, though, we have been doing great strides in building some sort of community the last couple of months. Like
We
we're
have.
Oh, very true.
starting
Yeah.
Very
to.
true.
Yeah, it's been really
Very
nice.
true.
We've got
Very true. I don't think.
Night Vic. He's here now. By the way, anyone that we mentioned today that isn't here, their link will be in the description. Night Vic's here. I like him. He's good. Smelter's back. Smelter's back, and he's been pumping out videos every single day. It's actually
true.
insane. If you guys haven't
don't
seen
know.
him yet,
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen him because he's kind of a smaller creator.
he's about my
but-
size.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I
Chum's
mean-
just
Oh, no,
forgotten what it
so-
is to be like normal.
Sorry, I
no,
forgot.
yeah.
I forgot.
Bro
I
just
forgot,
carries
sorry.
the Vic3 community with Toby uploading maybe once a month.
Toby needs to get on it. I've been
Chum's
trying
on
to get him
two
it.
uploads a week. It's insane. I love it. I love it. I've been
You got
loving
me
the
sick.
uploads, by the way, Chum. Loving them.
Anyways, I don't think any of us come from the old
No.
Victoria 3 creation era.
Well-
If you guys know what I mean.
We see like the people that were the old Victoria 3 creation era were like Generalist, Toby. Keep going with the list because I'm stupid.
I mean, last episode we talked with generalist, right? And the content creation scene for Victoria in the beginning was very sparse, right?
Yeah.
Like most of them were either it wasn't that many pure hot Victoria 3 content creators. Most of them were like Lath and Ludi, who were had often paid sponsorships from Paradox, and they do all of the Paradox games, so they they did some videos here and there. So the scene was pretty empty at the start, and has grown a lot since.
That's very, I like to say that period of time was the Wild West for Victoria 3 YouTube.
Right.
It's because you throw any video that was Victoria 3 related, and it was like it was a free for all basically.
Yeah.
Right.
It was crazy. Yeah, I remember when I first started YouTube. Well, it was not even when I first started. It was a couple months after I first started. When 1.7 was released, I think, like a little bit before.
Mhm.
when like there was so much hype around Victoria 3 that literally if you had Victoria 3 in your title, you would go like you would blow up basically.
Right.
Um, and it's such a big difference from then and then now, which is really crazy to me.
Yeah, but I guess it's just the progression of the game, and like people lose interest, hype dies down, but it will come back. Victoria 3 is not looking like an imperative game at this rate.
Oh, definitely.
Also, like a few episodes ago, we had a look at the dev diaries, and
Yeah.
from that, I know there's been a few more since, but from that, I'm loving the trajectory of the game.
Yeah, you know what? I say this that right now is probably the best time to get into Victoria 3 YouTube.
You know what?
Because there's not that
I'd
many
say so too.
creators. Yeah, there's not many creators, and you could really make your mark here.
Also,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
we're
Even the
willing to be
following-
friendly. Trust us. Like when I say it, we are probably the most friendly bunch around. Just join us. We'll invite you in. Welcome. If you want to start making
mean-
content, do it.
I mean, obviously that sounds a bit like that's somebody joking, right? But I do think that there's a lot of truth in that, because like I am one of the smallest content creators in at this game. I mean, it's not that's nothing to be ashamed about, right? Like
No.
I'm not posting that kind of content that just is like explosion growth, right? But the amount of like how much I feel welcomed, how much I feel a part of this community, like it's an actual community. People are interacting, people are having fun, people are doing collabs, small content creators. It's not all just Ludi and Lathe and all of those big content that are like dictating. Like this is a community that is really like grassroots level, almost like driven by not small but at least on the small side of content creators.
Well,
I mean-
you, Technocrat? I'm curious. Like, what do you feel? What do you feel like when you're talking to these guys? Because obviously, you're one of the smaller of us. No offense.
Yeah.
But like, does it feel intimidating in any way? Because I know when I started, it was like, oh god, there's Chum. Basically, for anyone that
There's
doesn't
Chum.
know, Chum messaged me first when I was on like 900 subs, and he was little tiny Chum at the time too. And I was like, this is crazy, because that was the most insane weekend of my life. I met like the entire Victoria 3 community
Right.
that weekend. I mean, like, how was that for you?
I mean, obviously there's a bit of an, you are a bit starstruck at first, right? Like you are a bit intimidated, because to you there's like, I mean, we're talking about parasocial relations, right? Like to you as a content consumer, these are people that you've been listening to for months, maybe years sometimes, and you develop some sort of like, this is someone I like, and some sort of celebrity almost relationships to them, and then all of a sudden I'm here in a podcast, I'm talking to the persons whose videos I've been watching like daily. It is quite an experience, but it's also quite it has been a very nice experience, because you also understand that behind every content creator, it's not a content creation machine. It's not an industry. There are real people with real like ambitions and feelings. There's a real person behind every
Yeah.
channel, which is nice to see.
No, I love it. I love it.
I still remember writing my first message to Shum, and I like feeling nervous of what the response would be, because at
I
that
was the
point,
same.
I mean, Shum, you have what? How many 1,000 subscribers now?
I have 13. I just hit 13 this morning.
Right.
Damn, congrats, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I mean, and but both you guys are. I mean, you're doing quite well. In it's not explosion growth, but you are growing in a decent pace, both of you. And so I think you two, along with me, I think we three, even though we are not like super big content creators, I think we do have some good insights in how it is to be some sort of starting a YouTube channel, growing it, and what challenges and highs and lows comes with that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I agree. I agree with that too. Like I don't want to toot my own horn here, okay, guys. I'm not doing that because I'm obviously the best. Everybody knows that. I don't have to say it, okay, guys. I'm the best Victoria 3 creator ever, obviously. But
We'll
no,
get
I
Toby
mean,
in the call, bro. We'll get Toby in the call.
yeah, no, I
Generalist,
mean,
come on, generalist.
the
He
the
can
thing
be
is,
back.
like, a good YouTuber, it's not about like the subscribers or views or anything. It's more so, I think, for me personally, it's about creating a community, and I like to think that we've been doing that. Me, you, and Smithy.
Yeah.
I think I like to think that we've been doing that, and I think that's what makes us probably like not the best YouTubers in Victoria 3, but I feel like we're doing our part.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that,
We're having
honestly.
fun at the same
Yeah.
time. I love it. Like, even though the podcasts haven't been as regular as we planned them to be, they have
Right.
been. We're still here. Trust us. We're still trying to do it. We're just busy a lot of the time. And trying to organize this is quite
Yeah,
difficult. But
and personal stuff comes in the way, right? I mean,
exactly.
the last couple of weeks we can totally blame on me because I've had a lot of personal stuff going on. But the podcast is, I think, is a good example of like this is like it's like you're saying, it's more than subscribers and views. Sometimes you look at YouTubers and you look at Mr. Beast or something where like everything is just views. It's an industry, right? Like this is just commercial, right? And I mean, the podcast, we knew from the start that, well, podcast content doesn't perform well. We're not going to earn any ad revenue. All of the hours that we put into this podcast is essentially just, it's
Yeah.
not monetary defensible. It's this is
There's
basically
nothing. There is
working
nothing
for
we're
free,
making
right?
from this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not making any money on the podcast. And but the podcast is like it feels another purpose. It is, we're talking with the community. We are interacting with content creators, getting of opinions, views. We are like it is another level like it's the content is not for the money. It's like you said, building a community and
Yeah.
interacting with the community.
Definitely.
No, I think that's why I first wanted to do Victoria 3 YouTube, is because I looked at Victoria 3 and I saw, hey, nobody's like there's like no actual YouTubers here. Like
Right,
aside from Generalist. I think Generalist was literally the only one that I knew.
right,
And I was like,
Right.
wow, this big game that has, I don't know, like a couple 100,000 like sales on Steam. I don't know how many sales. I'm just spitballing here, but like
Yeah.
there are no
It's not
people
a
making
small
video.
game in sales, is it? It's not.
Oh,
You
it's a
know.
big game.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big game. But like I saw that and I was like, dude, there needs to be at least a YouTube community here. And I mean, we're trying that out now. We're working on that, but also anybody listening, guys, just hop in. Just hop in, guys. Come join the community.
Boys,
Um
I've just had a thought. We should have an Honest Victorians podcast or something along those lines, where it's the
Oh, yeah.
three of us that can be there and just chat. Because talking of community, that was genuinely the first thing that me and Chom spoke about when he messaged me way back when. It's been on our minds for a long time, and this was back like May or something, and it's October now, and it's
right.
like, so we have been trying. Don't know how successful we've been, but I mean, like, if you guys
No,
want
it's
to make
just
a
a blast,
Discord and
dude.
like talk with the community, because I love a good chat. These guys can prove it.
I say this to every single person, okay? I don't care how small you are, like your channel is, okay? I will if you're a decent person and you're a cool guy to be around and you're chill, I will play with you guys. I will collab with you guys. Just because I really love
Aww.
playing with all my viewers and everything like that. And I know Smithy's the same,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Technocrat's the same too. Like, yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean,
I can totally back him up on that. He's telling the truth, guys.
yeah.
literally, I will play with anybody, guys. I need friends, please.
I'm starved for friends. It's okay though.
Yeah.
We're here, but what were
So
we saying? Sorry.
I have a question for you guys.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
What do you think is the most? What do you think is the largest kind of urban myth about like the something about content creation, or like in the Paradox or Victoria 3 or in general that is not true? What do you think is the like?
Urban myth. Yeah.
The
Urban
to
myth.
to be successful, or to be to be like in this area and having fun, you don't have to blow up on your first video. Like, because most people just assume that well, Chum got kind of lucky. No, all right, but the majority of the people that are here have worked hard to be here.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, oh, one video blew up. It was something
Months of work.
changed.
Yeah.
Something changed, and something clicked in our brains, and we were like, you know what, this is a video that we want to make. It's not like we got lucky, in a sense, right? Because if you watch any, well, I mean, I kind of got a little bit lucky because with the timings of the DLC, that's when I started in Victoria 3. But you can get lucky, and then you can get, somewhat lucky with timings and stuff, and that's not the same thing. But I think that's like a good urban myth. Most people assume that one video blew up, and that means, oh look, you got thousands of subscribers now.
Right. What I think you are saying somewhat is that you also need to allow yourself to be lucky. Like you cannot just, as in if you like if you make your videos better and better,
Yeah.
and you produce content that like is of good quality, you will essentially find a subject or a format that is like the timing is good. It's in a subject that people want to see, and some release of a DLC or something that coincides with, and the algorithm will just find it. Like
Right.
it less so. It less so try not to find the timing. If you just produce good quality stuff, the timing will find you, kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, the
I
best.
actually I have
Oh, sorry.
something to add on to that, but I like how you said that you allow yourself to find luck.
Yeah.
I see it where YouTube is all. I'm not gonna say it's not luck. Okay, everybody knows there is some luck involved,
Yeah.
but I will say that it's that luck. The luck that you find is like if you just find luck without creating an opportunity for it, you're just gonna get lucky, and then you're gonna not know what to do, like
Right.
not know how to capitalize on that luck. So what I like to always say is that YouTube is about creating opportunity to get lucky,
Yes.
and
Right.
that's what you were just saying, Technocrat, where you can't just throw things at the wall expecting, oh, this one's gonna blow up, this one's gonna blow up, because like 100 times out of like 101 times you're not gonna blow up. That's
Right.
just that's just how YouTube is. You need to be strategic about what you do, and I'm not saying this to take the fun out of the content creation. If you really want to create an audience, build an audience, you have to think like your audience. And
Right.
you can't just because nobody wants to sit there and watch, let's say, somebody ramble on for 50 minutes, and not unpause the game, for example. Unless there's an audience for that, which there might be. I might be spitballing here, but the thing is, like, YouTube is about you, and I'm not saying you as a creator, but it's you as as the audience, as the viewer, the watcher, and so you really need to cater towards your viewers, what they want to see, and basically that's like the short end of YouTube. Just make things that it's stuff that you enjoy, but also stuff that your viewers enjoy,
Yeah.
and
The best
and I
advice.
mean,
Oh, okay. Sorry, John.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, the best advice I got, like, I don't know, it was a while back, but the best advice I got was that remember that you're making content for people and not for the algorithm. Because a lot of
Right.
people, when they make content, they'll go, oh, but the algorithm hasn't picked it up. Maybe there's a tag or a title. Okay, maybe the title, but
Right.
maybe there's something in the description that I can change. Let's be real. When you watch a video, do you care about that description? Do you care about the tags that you can't even see as a viewer? No. And if you don't know what tags are, they're just these little things to help YouTube find, like, place your video in places. But it doesn't, like, that doesn't really matter as much anymore on YouTube, because YouTube is very good at finding an audience for your video. It will find that audience, but if that audience doesn't care, doesn't like it, and click off, then YouTube will stop caring, and that video will just get put on a shelf. So you've got to remember that if people don't like it, then YouTube won't like it, and that's
Exactly.
I love that, because it really changes your perspective. That it's not, you can't say it's the algorithm anymore. You have to say, oh well, some guy
It's my video
doesn't like it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that leads me to my to respond to what Technocrat was asking. The first question about like what's the urban myth that's not true is you don't have to be good at the game to make fun content, guys. And I say that because I absolutely suck at Victoria 3, guys. Everybody knows this, but like I'm one of the biggest Victoria 3 creator, and I'm not saying to toot my own horn.
No, he is. Look at views. Chum is the biggest Victoria 3 solo YouTuber. Sorry, Toby, but you're falling off, mate. Chum is on the top. Generalist maybe by day, but Chum by video. There you go.
Yeah, and the point I'm trying to make, guys, is just have fun with it. Just have fun with your creation and make things that are fun to watch, fun to record, and just have fun with it, guys. You don't have to be amazing at the game to do well on YouTube. And I think that's what scared me off for when I first started was I knew I sucked at the game.
So you got ChatGPT to do it for you.
Yeah, I had ChatGPT play the game for me as an excuse to, be bad at the game. But like, no, just have fun with it, guys. People just want to see the game be played.
I mean, and also, if you're having fun, that will show through the screen, and people will be like that. People will enjoy the videos more.
Yeah.
I think what you said about like how retention rate and all that stuff is like more important maybe than it used to be. I think that is an important point to hammer home, because I do believe there's a misconception about like with all of the Mr. Beast the content and all of the the home pages sometimes just looks like it's all thumbnail, it's all clickbait, and like that's how you get successful, right? And I mean the thumbnail and stuff, it is important to get people in, but it's like you're saying, Smithy, like YouTube is looking an awful lot on like retention rate and stuff now.
Yeah.
Which means it doesn't matter if you have the most clickbaity title. Like if people click off the video in 30 seconds, you're not gonna the algorithm is going to like kill you.
Yeah. So for a comparison, like imagine when you're watching a video, you click on it, you go, actually, no, I don't like this, I want to leave. YouTube sees that and they go, you know what? If 70% of the people are leaving here, then maybe no one likes it. Whereas say only 10% or 30% of people leave, then YouTube will go, well, majority like it, we can continue pushing this kind of thing. But you've just got to remember, it's all about people and not about algorithm, because the algorithm will treat it better if there's more people enjoying it.
YouTube care about watch time. So YouTube, because YouTube wants to roll as many ads as if we're talking straight business here, YouTube wants to roll as many ads as they can, which means that if people stay on the video, stay on the platform for as long as possible, then they will make money, which means that they will push videos that keep people on the platform. So for YouTube to make money, they want to push videos that keep people watching. Therefore, they will push good content. That's the whole idea. So you should always go with, you should always go with the approach that I am going to produce good content through and through, more so than I'm gonna create content that just look, this is a good thumbnail, and then people will click off, right?
Yeah.
So you should always strive towards producing good content.
If we're talking purely stats, I actually have statistics for the viewers right now, and I love how you said YouTube really cares about watch time, and that is very true. If you look at my videos, You will see that I've been starting to shift over to longer type of videos, right?
Bro's
Like
about to
50-minute long
sell the
videos.
secrets.
I'm about to sell the
Yeah.
secret. Okay, so you guys better
Listen
keep
up now,
watching.
guys. Yeah.
The 200 people who watch this video, you better write this down, okay? I want to see you guys blow up next week, okay, guys? But basically, if you look at my videos, they're around 50 minutes long. I first started doing 10-minute videos. Um, Now you will see my channel's doing very well. Those 50-minute videos are doing like I don't know like 50K views on average, I think, something like that. But if you look at my not good videos, you will see that they are my shortest videos on the channel,
Right.
like 16 minutes.
Chum, I'd
And
just
the
like to say,
reason,
what was, because before you go like spreading misinformation, what was the
yeah,
retention like on that? Were people watching for a long time on those videos, or did people drop
yeah,
off? Because,
yeah, actually, so the retention rate was way better on those short videos.
right,
It was like yeah, because my long videos get like let's say 30% retention rate, right? But my short videos get around 60% retention rate.
so yeah.
Yeah. But the longer
And
videos give you more watch time because
right, exactly,
because they're five
exactly.
times as long.
Yep, exactly. And so
You've
if you
kept
purely
30% for
if you
50 minutes instead of 60% for 5 or
for
10.
15 minutes, for example, yeah, so for example, if you purely want to be a YouTube powerhouse, watch time is the way to go. Um, and people honestly in the Victoria 3 scene, they just like longer videos in general, which I've noticed, which is good. I think it's good. It's just that's just to throw that out there for you guys whoever's watching.
But
That's
I think yeah, I mean that goes back to what you said earlier about cater to your audience. Victoria 3 players generally are strategy gamers, people that are okay with staring for a map, on hours on end, right? Like it's you need to understand your audience. So I feel like having like longer term format videos is totally okay for this game. Might not work for Fortnite, right? But it might
right,
work for Paradox games.
right.
Yeah.
It's all about the audience, guys. That's literally what YouTube is. Just make something for your right audience.
Cater it. Yeah, it's genuinely if you don't take anything else away, apart from this, it's just like the people. Remember, there are people behind that camera, behind that screen, and you've got to cater to them. You can't just cater to an algorithm or cater to statistics or, because at the end of the day, if people love it, people will continue watching. And therefore the algorithm will love it. It's kind of, I don't know. There's not much extra to say. It's kind of
There's a lot.
self-explanatory.
Yeah,
But
there's a
but
lot to dive into specifically, but that's a whole different other story, I think.
but I do feel like we should repeat what we said earlier about though, like you don't lose yourself while you're trying to cater to your audience, right?
No.
Don't make a video that I don't really feel like making this video, but I think the algorithm would love it. You need to like this like you need to at least be okay with the idea that this is a video I can stand behind, right? This is the content I want to create, because otherwise that's gonna show through your video that you're not really like this is not what I want
That's
to do,
very
but
true.
I'm gonna form Super German because that's how I make money, not because I like it. That's gonna show through your
Yeah, yeah.
videos.
Oh, that's very true. I
So
think
cater to
authenticity is
yeah,
super important.
exactly. So think about that. Like make videos that you would like to see for yourself, or videos that you think people would like to watch, not only to click on but to watch, and make videos that you want to make yourself that you can like stand behind.
Now, I will say, talking about that, I'm not gonna name names, but a lot of the Victoria 3 YouTubers we talk to, it gets this game, I'm not gonna lie, does get stale a little bit if you play it for like
Yeah.
20 hours every single day, like how
Yes.
the most of us are doing. Because we make content on this for basically what's a living, but none of us are actually making a living off of it yet. Um, Basically, it
Yeah.
does get a little stale. Um,
A little? No.
and, uh, just I don't want to put you guys off of making Victoria 3 content, but it is a grind as well, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Is
It
like
is a grind as well.
you can't just make one video, get a couple thousand views, and be like, you know what? I've made it now. Life's done.
Yeah.
Pack up your bags. Yeah, because otherwise I would have quit a long time ago. No, I'm only joking. We still do enjoy the game. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It gets a little tiring after a while. And, okay, maybe I'm talking to the wrong audience here because you're all Paradox gamers. But surely, at some point in your like when you're playing games that you can't stick with a game for months and months and months and months without at least dabbling in a few others, right? But when you're making content, you can't really dabble in a lot of others that often. So it does become a bit repetitive. But, eventually you can escape.
That's just purely based off if you really want to like optimize your path to success, for example. Smithy's talking about what Smithy's talking about is something called niching down. So basically saying niche down in Victoria 3 content only, which will do
Ooh, yeah,
wonders.
should we talk about niches? That's important.
Yeah, we can if you guys want to talk about it.
So yeah, well,
It's probably super important.
yeah, so like a niche is, in simple terms, just the stuff that you're making for a specific audience. And if you niche down, I don't know whether that's an actual term, but we use it. It's like, sort of picking a small topic. And it can just be Victoria 3, to be fair. You don't have to. Chum went down the proper, like, ChatGPT resources, And now you're more onto general stuff, and I like the general stuff more. But if you want to start off, then pick something that's not already done and run with it. And then hope that you can then gain that audience throughout time. And then you can send that audience to anything you want to do at that point. But
yeah.
No,
I'd like to think of it like this. Basically, think of YouTube, the Victoria 3 scene as like shoe companies. Okay, we're gonna get we're gonna use some
just for
some
context.
analogies.
Chum uses marketing a lot to educate himself. So here we go.
Right. I'm a big marketer, you guys. But basically, think of YouTube like shoe companies, okay? Now, the biggest YouTubers, let's say Ludi, Lathe, and them. Let's say they're Nike and I don't know, like Adidas or Converse or whatever, right? Those guys are the big names of the shoe business, of the YouTube business, okay? Now, you starting out right now, listening to this podcast, if you've never even started a channel before, or you just started one, or you're still small, you're like a local shoe company, okay? Nobody knows who you are. How are you going to compete with Nike and Converse? Well, you can't sell the same things as they do because you don't have the household name. Anybody who says, "Oh, I'm gonna buy Chum's shoes," nobody's gonna know what a Chum shoe is. Nobody's gonna want to buy your stuff because they don't know the reputation. They don't know all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. Okay, but instead they'll just go and buy the Converse or the Nikes or whatever, all these other shoes, right?
Nike.
Now, how do you compete? Well, the way you compete is you niche down. You find something that Nike and Adidas, Converse, they can't deliver to you. So, for example,
Nike is so goofy. I know you're all Americans, but in Britain we just call it Nike. Nike.
No. Listen, stop! Don't interrupt me, sir.
Sorry,
British man. But basically, you want to find something that they can't deliver. So let's say, your marketing business can be like, I will specialize to selling shoes to children with 3 toes, for example. Okay, I mean that's just the thing.
Bro's
okay?
proper niche down.
Yeah, that's an example. Now Nike can't do that. Nike's not. They don't have a line where they sell shoes with 3 toes on them. But the people with 3 toes are going to be like, this guy gets me. He caters towards me. And they will become your fans. They will buy from you. You will get a reputation for the guy who sells shoes with 3 toes. And that could be with videos as well. Oh, I make videos where I only ChatGPT plays Victoria 3. And this is what I did. I gained a small niche audience that knew me for that one thing. And they became fans of me. And they're like, oh man, I like this guy's content and stuff like that. Now, when you get those people coming back and recurring customers and stuff, they build trust with your brand, and now you can start branching out slowly to a bigger audience. And now that's what I did. Instead of ChatGPT playing now, I'm gonna do just one resource challenges and stuff like that because that's more appealing to a bigger audience. And that's how you slowly grow your audience, like able to compete with the big boys, is you're offering something that they don't offer. And then once you get to the point where you're big enough to compete with them, boom, the gloves are off, and now you can just sell all kinds of shoes, basically. And that's what niching is. And if you really want to be a good big YouTuber, I suggest that's the way you go. Unless you're like amazing at editing and amazing at video creation, which you might be, but chances are at the beginning of your YouTube career, your videos suck. My videos sucked. I'm sure Smithy's videos sucked. I'm sure
Bro,
Technocrat's
I've been
videos
making
sucked.
videos for 4
Yes.
years. Of course they sucked.
Yeah, exactly. So
They still do.
they still do. The point is, in order to gain an audience in a big market, you want to cater towards people who you can a small audience at first, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's how you protect yourself, honestly.
Yeah, I guess, like, to be fair, with Chum saying, like, this whole niche down thing, it also gives you some protection, because if you can gain an audience, for example, just in Chum's case, say he did his ChatGPT thing, and then he branched out to the one resource thing. If the one resource thing then got 10 views, he could have gone, hey, we can just go back to this, and he can continue.
Yeah.
He can continue, like, building up that core audience, and then when it's ready, you can then spread and do something else. But because it always gives you that safety, you've always got that reputation. Obviously now Chum, like, he's getting these new viewers, and people won't necessarily link you with ChatGPT anymore. There's still going to be people that are, but now you're just this silly goofy guy that plays Victoria 3.
Yeah.
And that's eventually where you want to get to, right? But you can't start there. Well, I guess you can. You can, because people
Yeah,
have.
if you're good, if you're good at content creation, like I said, the YouTube algorithm is very good at picking out your an audience for your videos, or your videos. Basically, they're good. The algorithm's good at picking out good videos for people. Basically,
Yeah.
if you make a really good video, but you know, like I said, chances are it's okay that your first video sucks. Okay, you don't want to gamble. That's what I'm saying. If you're not experienced, probably don't want to gamble.
And don't try to mimic the super large ones, because they will kind of succeed because of their because of their own success. Like, they could just make almost whatever video because they have a very loyal base that will follow them anywhere, kind of a thing. So don't, and like Sham said with that whole analogy, like, don't try to be super, like, I'm going to make content that everyone can watch, because then you're also competing with everybody. Find something that you are good at, or that you can provide. Like, it's I mean, you know, supply and demand is a really real thing on YouTube, right? Like, I mean, it is, right? Like, I mean, even, you know, YouTube is kind of some sort of, so YouTube is some sort of like special capitalist playground, right? Where supply and demand is like super. YouTube, because YouTube is really cutthroat, right? If you think about it, like. You either, if you don't produce good stuff, you're kind of left in the dirt, and if you're producing good stuff, you are set up for success. It is really like, depending, you are your content.
Yeah.
So find some, you know, find something that you think you can provide to the community, or to that some people will watch. It's like, oh, this is a missing thing that you know, a gap you can fill, right? And then you do that as much as possible to see if it tracks.
I would like to say, though, because let's be fair, let's be honest, you don't necessarily have to niche down. You can just go in with your amazing charisma, your amazing editing, and your amazing playstyle, and create the best video you've ever seen. And YouTube will still care. It's a bit annoying when you start off, because YouTube, actually, to be honest, it's always annoying, because YouTube will serve videos more to, I mean, bigger YouTube channels, videos will get served more because well they're bigger, right? And having an audience is very, very nice. Like having that nice, you do gain momentum, but you still can go in without a niche. Because to be fair, Victoria 3 is a niche. It'd be different if you went, oh, Victoria 3, Hearts of Iron 4, Fortnite, fucking Minecraft, all of them. Because then you are just doing, technically you're in the gaming niche, but it's too big. But Victoria 3, say you went Victoria 3, I'm going to be honest, I think it's a small enough niche at the moment. Maybe in a year it'll be very different, but at the moment you can still get in with just general content.
I agree.
And Hearts of Iron 4 is an example of where you would have to be different. You can't just go, hey, we're going to, do the normal stuff, because you've already got like Bitter Still, ISP, all those big guys. And I guess EU4, I don't know, EU4 is kind of dying off, but EU5 is around the corner. So it depends on where you want to be, but I would say Victoria 3 and maybe even CK3, I don't know, they've got still potential to just make general content. But you got to be quick. You got to be like maybe within the next year. Otherwise, you'll lose the opportunity.
Very true. Very true. Literally, the biggest guy who makes Victoria 3 YouTube has like 20k subs. Toby.
Yeah.
I mean, like purely Victoria 3. I mean, Toby only has almost 21k subs.
He just overtook
subs,
Generalist, so whatever. Yeah.
So it's a very, very small niche right now. So honestly, here's I'm gonna be honest. The barrier to entry is super low, guys. If you make a decent intro, decently edited intro, and you B, you just edit your videos somewhat, like decently edited videos,
and you don't sound bored throughout.
Yeah, and you don't sound bored. You're actually having fun. You're probably gonna make it in Victoria YouTube right
To be fair, you can do well sounding bored. Because you can develop that, but as long as you have some value,
if it's
say
witty,
it's very
humor,
informational or very, what's the word? Like, I don't know. There's got to be some key.
Right. If you bring value,
yeah.
If you bring value to your viewers, of course. Basically, right now is the time to start, guys. Honestly, right now is the time to start. If you don't start now, you're probably gonna regret it a year from now.
Yeah, when you do eventually start, when you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that phrase, but when you eventually wake up to the fact that you would like to do this, it'll be too late. But if you're unfortunate enough that you're watching this in a year's time, then sorry, pal.
Start now. If you are watching this from now, start now.
We don't know. It might have blown up by then, so it's could be.
Yeah, to be fair,
thousand. We don't know. Toby might have 1 million subscribers. You don't know.
Yeah, to be fair, we don't know the future. But if it's the same game as right now, there is no extra hype. People are going to fill the gap. Well,
No, very true. Very true.
But I think we should speak a little about. We mentioned a bit earlier about how YouTube, like you said, Smithy, YouTube might be rough getting into at first because you could be producing super high quality videos and you just you haven't been you haven't created the right opportunity, haven't shown yourself, like you're doing good quality stuff, but the YouTube isn't picking up on it, and you might be like stuck in, well, I'm not doing well enough, that's why I'm not getting the views, right? So I think that segues pretty great into how, because that I thought about it earlier today, that YouTube is a lot about, like, having a YouTube channel, a growing YouTube channel it's a lot about like psychology. It's a lot about having your head straight, and it's the highs and the lows, right? Because as like we exactly the way we are saying to people right now that, well, don't produce stuff for the algorithm because you don't want to be a slave to the algorithm. Do stuff for people, right? And then we are guilty, all of us, to be, looking at the algorithm ourselves, like what keywords is the best to be putting on the videos. Like, we're putting thumbnails and different, and and seeing which one works best, and having viewer retention and click through rate and all that stuff, right? So I think one needs to be prepared for a lot of highs and lows. Like, you're gonna, with no fault of your own, you might be producing really good stuff, but sometimes it's not your day. The video is not gonna do great, right?
Yeah.
You
I've been experiencing. Chum hasn't experienced this in a while, but I've been experiencing some like consistent views, but they've been lower than they could be. Like the statistics behind it are like, this could be pretty decent. But instead, I'm getting the same views every video, which I don't care, to be honest. But it's just like there is no real growth anymore, which is a bit of a pain, but doesn't matter. But you got to remember that eventually you will get out of that, and you just got to keep going. And something will pick up, because I know Technocrat knows this, and I guess Chum at the same time. I went through a period of time where the performance of a video would influence how I felt.
Yeah.
And it was only a couple weeks back, but it was like, or maybe a month or two ago, but it was like I was waking up on them. I try and upload every Sunday, right? I was waking up every Monday, and I was like checking my phone. I was like, oh, well, you know what? This is going to be a shit day. Or yes, I'm the best person alive. I'm brilliant, but you've got to. You will have that in your life, but you can get over it. Like I don't care anymore. Video performance is.
And I mean that's not a fault on you, Smithy. That's a very natural human response.
Well, it's the way YouTube does it, and I think a lot of big YouTubers have been not necessarily complaining, but complaining about how YouTube portrays a video, because it gives you this whole, for people that don't know, it gives you this whole 1 of 10, 2 of 10, 3 of 10. It literally ranks your videos against all the other ones, gives you big green arrows if you're doing well, gives you big red arrows if you're doing poorly.
Yeah, and it looks it looks at the stats, like aggregate, like it looks all of the like how the click through rate and retention, all of and all of that combined, kind of a thing, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of do feel like half the time it's like, oh, I'm just trying to get that 1 of 10 and that confetti. It comes with confetti for people that don't know.
Yeah, it does.
It comes with some nice confetti, and you're just chasing that, like. But once
dopamine
you forget,
kick,
once you forget about, actually, that was a 1 of 10. That video's still out there. You can reproduce that, but you don't have to reproduce that every upload, because every upload is a different video, a different idea. And the way I usually think of a video is like, the idea is the main, like the first thing I figure out.
Yeah.
And then second thing is trying to be interesting, entertaining, have fun while recording, which is getting more difficult as time goes on. And number 3 is trying to produce something that looks nice in editing, thumbnails, and the other stuff. So like the production part of it.
Yeah.
And as long as you're having fun during all of those 3 stages, then at the end of the day, stage 4, which is the performance, does it matter? Because, I don't know. I mean, I guess the performance does matter, but as long as you're able to consistently hold a viewership, and you shouldn't worry about growing every single video. It doesn't.
Yeah, and like every individual performance of every video shouldn't be scrutinized to death, right? Like, you're gonna have bad days and you're gonna have good days.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's not to say that a video doing badly cannot be a learning process. You can definitely be thinking like,
you can definitely spend
like,
many hours of your life trying to figure out what went wrong. Trust me.
I mean, and I mean, some amount of that is good, right? But like, YouTube is going to have, like, and sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. Like it's because the game is having a slump right now. It
Yeah.
has been a long time since a DLC. People are looking at other stuff. There's been a game that, another game, the competing game that just released. Another YouTuber has released a very similar idea, who is getting all of the the recommendations, taking your slot. Like there's a lot of stuff influencing the viewership of a video. Many of them are not within your control. So having being prepared for having a great a way to approach, like, well, this video is doing good or bad, you need to roll with the punches. Stick to your strategy, stick to your plan. If you believe in your, this is what I'm going to do, this is the type of content I'm going to create, I think it's great, I'm having fun, stick to it. And just, well, I'm gonna try another idea, I'm gonna stick to the grind, basically, because you need to be prepared for it's going to be some ludicrous highs also, right? Which sometimes that also doesn't, that's not all on you either, right? You publish the video on the right time, like some very, very relevant subject matter or whatever. Like you basically was really lucky, plus having a great video. And you can also, you just can't give in to be chasing that same feeling forever, because that that might be a while until a video performs that well again.
Yeah.
So don't try to replicate some sort. If you have a really good video, great, absolutely celebrate it, but don't let the videos totally affect your mood either way. Don't be like, oh well, I'm and make all of these plans like, this video is doing so well, I'm blowing up, I'm gonna be living of YouTube in a month or so, and if a video goes bad, then you're not, probably not, you're if you have done videos historically, which have been performing pretty well and people are liking, you're not the worst YouTuber in the world if one video performs badly. Just try another idea and get back on it. So I think you need to be prepared for both being a YouTuber has pretty highs. The highs are pretty high and the lows are pretty low. So you need to be prepared for that.
I feel like Chum
And
hasn't
that's
said
not-
anything.
No, that's not to mention, like, aside from the views and everything. Excuse me, I'm a little sick, boys. But
It's alright.
aside from the views, like not getting as many views as you used to get, which does suck, by the way, which does suck. And
Right.
it's honestly okay if it makes you feel bad. It's bad, like you guys said, if you're stuck on that. Okay, but aside from that, one thing you also have to think about and worry about is you're not gonna please everybody.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Because that's something I've been actually dealing with a lot lately. Is everybody just has different ideas of, oh, Chum, you're this person, you're this person, you do this type of stuff, which I love. I love when you guys comment I love reading your comments and everything, but there are just like a few comments, like one or two comments that, as they say, like haters, haters who hate on
Right.
you, pick all this stuff and stuff like that.
No one hates
You're gonna
you,
have
Chum.
to. I mean, I do get some. I do get some hate comments. And the thing
Aw.
is, you're gonna have to deal with these type of things, and you guys might be like, "Oh, that's nothing." I'd rather have all these people that love me and stuff.
Are you
Even the
giving-
people that love you, there's a lot of expectations. Let me tell you guys. Like, I'm not even that big of a channel, but even with like my current audience, there are a ton of expectations to uphold. Like quality wise, funniness wise, and all these things. Which I'm not saying I fake any of my stuff. I love doing things, how I love to do things. But there's just coming with YouTube. Like, the thing that comes with the job is expectations. And if you're a person who, like, wants to please everybody, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough obstacle to jump over. Um, yeah, it's just, I'm not saying this to scare you guys. It's just YouTube is not all fun and glamorous as Smithy makes it look, or Technocrat makes it look. It's hard, guys.
I mean, it is. I mean, but like in the end, I mean, it's worth it, right?
No, yeah.
So
I would,
then,
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
right. and I mean, you need to be prepared for these things, but you also like need to you're gonna land in the conclusion that, well, I, like you said, Chum, I can't please everybody. Some people are just gonna critique because they want to, like they many commenters on YouTube, especially, they don't know what they're talking about. They just want to bash because of, like, hate because they're haters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you need to be able to, like, obviously we're all human. This is going to, I mean, on some level, this it might affect you, and that is totally understandable. But you need to be you need to understand that, well, people are going to say stuff that, one, obviously sometimes are not true, and they're going to say mean stuff because, well, they're mean, and you need to understand that comes with the job, or whatever we call this.
Hobby, yeah.
Yeah. Hobby. Oh, it's basically a job, boys.
Oh, shush.
It's a job,
Bro,
boys.
go full time. Go full time. You know you want
No,
to.
I'm joking. I'm joking. But
Do it.
I do say that. If you do want to be serious about YouTube, you kind of do have to treat it kind of like a job. And I'm not saying this to take the soul out of YouTube, make it corporate or anything, but if you really want to make quality videos and you want to consistently do that, it takes hours out of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, I
And-
don't focus enough on my life that I, like, what am I saying?
You
I
know,
don't
yeah.
focus enough on my life than I should.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know
Um,
I don't know about you, Smithy, but like, I don't have free time to.
No,
like,
I'm casually.
Well, I do now. Yeah.
No,
'Cause I do have
my
editing,
issue
but-
is that, like, I do have free time, but then that free time ends up being like just I don't know. It just turns into more time to sleep. I don't do anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need the more sleep, please. Please.
Which which is like, you don't need to go that far, but if you really want to like succeed in YouTube,
Chum
you're
forces
competing
me
with-
to upload every week.
I do. That's why you guys get Smithy videos, boys.
It's
But
genuinely
basically-
because of Chum.
If you want to compete in the YouTube space, you will have to sacrifice your time and your effort.
Yeah. I mean, that's if you really want to do, like, what you guys have done, is that, grow pretty fast, become really successful, right? If
wouldn't
you're
say
running a channel
really.
like if you're running a channel like mine, which is okay with being stagnant and just being there, I mean, that's okay, right? It just depends on your ambition level, right? But you, like Sham says, YouTube can be in a pretty unforgiving place. YouTube, you guys can correct me if I'm saying anything that is incorrect here, but YouTube cares about not only watch time and viewership and all this stuff, interaction. They also care about momentum, right? They if you have produced a video that has been done quite well the last couple of days, they will promote you a bit more. If you're returning to the YouTube space after a long hiatus, YouTube is not going to be not going to push you as much, so that the returning video often performs worse, right? So
that's true.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be like, I'm gonna try to do this like part-time or full-time, like I'm gonna earn the YouTube money and all that stuff, you really need to, like Sham says, you need to dedicate time and effort, not like just impulsive, like, oh, I'm gonna make a video today, like I do. Like, if you want to be growing and have like this momentum going, you really need to be like, you need to have upload schedule almost, you don't have long breaks, keep producing videos, keep making new ideas, new content, and grow your base, right?
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah,
And that's not for
consistency is
everybody.
nice.
That can be quite rough, especially if you have other stuff going on in your life, right? If you have a regular job and stuff. I know that you have a job outside of YouTube, for example, Cham. I mean, it's it can be quite rough, because it essentially feels like you're doing two jobs, right? And then,
Definitely,
yeah. And then even the time when you are free, you're like, you're sitting at that cafe with that that
Oh yeah.
That person and everything you can think of is that I wonder if I can form Mega Germany faster, right? Like
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
so
Oh, so bad.
people need you need to be prepared for that.
Dude, yeah.
It
it's
does.
crazy.
It does actually genuinely take over your mind though, because I'm like, I'm just sitting there talking to like my real life friends. Believe it or not, that they exist. And then I'm like,
Oh.
bro, this thumbnail could be tweaked, or like, I
Right.
have this brainwave that's like, oh, that's a good video idea, and then I forget it, and I'm like, oh, God. But you know, it does kind of take over your mind at sometimes. But you know, it's way more fun than just doing whatever you normally do. Especially if you're just, to be fair, if you're just playing Victoria 3 anyway, make some content because unless you really don't want to and you just want to chill, because it does kind of take the chilling away and more turn it into something productive and something, I don't know. But if you want to start YouTube, then just turn what you usually do into a video and then see where it goes.
Yeah.
But boys,
Honestly, like, if you're listening right now,
if
I
you're
don't know
already an
about
hour
Smitty.
through, then
Because,
you're into it, you know.
yeah. So I don't know about Smithy because he's kind of mean, but you guys can shoot me a DM anytime on my Discord.
Bro,
I will help
I'm
you
more
with YouTube.
social with all these people that you find than you are. Bro
Oh,
found
no, no,
Technocrat,
no.
bro found Night Vic, and I have called them more than he's called them. I have
Bro,
spoken to them
because
more.
you guys live on the other side of the world from
No,
me.
no, we don't. We don't. You can. No, actually, no. Shush. I. If
Anyways,
anyone
that's
if
the side
anyone
topic.
wants to hit anyone up, genuinely hit me up before you hit up Chum. I will give
Yeah,
you
yeah.
more time than he can ever offer.
Bro, if you live in America, hit me up, okay?
No, if you live anywhere, just like, it doesn't matter. I will
All right, let's move
make you.
on.
I'll make you time. Don't
Let's
worry.
move on, boys. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Chum's useless. No. In all seriousness, message any one of us on the podcast,
Yeah.
and we will give you any and all advice that you want.
Yeah, about YouTube, about creating content, or about Victoria 3. I mean,
Go to Technocrat. Go to Technocrat.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we were talking about niches, right? If you want how to make a enjoyable video, maybe contact Chum and Smithy. If you want to know about how the game works, maybe contact me more so than
yeah. Or how to make a nice mod. Contact
Yeah,
Technocrat.
yeah.
Bro's a genius, by the way.
I mean, Chum, you're getting into modding as well, right?
Just dipping my toes in.
Yeah.
I'm not like that good.
Yeah, I will eventually. I just got to have some more time, and then I will.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It'll be fun.
Where are you getting that time, Smithy? You're just gonna
I don't know. It will just magically appear. Trust me.
sleep. Sleep. You can sleep when you're dead, right?
No, basically, I'm gonna be open. I've found this editor, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that can free up some more time for me, because, well, at the moment it's kind of full. And then we can do more fun stuff, like, I don't know. Chum's onto 2 uploads a week, which is absolute insanity. But
Yo.
and Smelter, yeah, we said this earlier, but he's doing every single day. Bro must have nothing else going on, but I respect it.
Yo.
And then, I mean, what was I saying? Yeah. So basically, I got this new editor, and hopefully, this means that I can spend more time, on the podcast and on making better videos and actually enjoying myself a bit more while making the videos, because going from video to recording is not. No, I mean recording to editing is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the most difficult part in my eyes. Some people love the
Right.
editing part. Actually, like, there'll be more. There's a lot of people out there that become editors because, well, they don't like the recording part. But in my eyes, recording is always the most fun part and always the best bit.
Yeah. I hate editing. Honestly, if you're an editor listening, hit me up, guys. Okay, hit me up.
No, same here. Same here.
But also, like, if you're starting YouTube, you will have to edit your own videos. Like,
Well, unless you're minted.
Yeah.
Unless you're
But, like,
willing to put your own money into it, but I would recommend against that if you don't know what you're doing, because you might as well test the waters with your own skills and learn your own skills, and then you can find somebody else. Because going, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to employ an editor. I'm going to employ someone for ideas. I'm going to employ someone for thumbnails. You'd end up losing all your money and having like 10 subscribers. So, you know, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you do is you befriend Technocrat, and he will give you ideas that which you will make videos of instead.
Yeah.
No, I love Technocrat. Actually, by the way, is the engine behind some of my ideas. And I think Chum, right?
Yeah, he's made a few mods for me.
Yeah, I've got a video coming out soon. Well, soonish. I don't know. Where I'm gonna be using a Technocrat mod. Brilliant.
Yo.
I love Technocrat.
All right,
Yeah.
you guys heard it here. Hit up Techno. He'll make you a mod for your videos.
Oh, please don't say that.
But you gotta pay him, okay?
Yeah, you gotta pay him. We definitely pay him with our love and
Oh
kindness.
yeah, lots of I don't
him
know
$1 million
hugs or something.
Technocrat, when I have the YouTube money to fly to your house, I like directly. I know where you live, bro. I know you live on an airport. I will fly to your house and give you a big hug for all your mods.
Oh, not even money.
No, a big hug, and maybe a kiss if he's lucky.
Oh, that
Jail.
yeah,
Going to
Smithy,
jail.
that's actually illegal, Smithy. I cannot continue this conversation without the presence of my lawyer.
At the end, guys.
All right, boys. All right, chill. I think we've just slipped into normal Technocrat and Chum conversation.
Banter.
Yeah. This is for anyone an hour in. We do have some actual banter. We are actual friends. We don't just make this podcast and go, fuck off, boys. You know, we do like each other, I promise.
Which I mean I think is great, right? Like it's not I like that the professional relationship can extend beyond just professional courtesy and be well.
No, but
that's why I like making you guys mods, because I feel like I feel good when I can be of help and help you guys succeed, and that's nice.
The best, dude. You're the best. See, that's what I really love about what we're doing, guys. We are making a beautiful community, and you know, I really want people. If we could have 1 million Victoria 3 YouTubers, I would love that, honestly.
Bro.
Because could you imagine just all the fun
That'd
stuff
be so
we could do?
nice. So, okay, some more behind the scenes, because, well, we're here today to give you the behind the scenes.
That's why we're here.
Genuinely, when I say that we are all close as content creators, it is true. We have a Discord server with just us on it. Sadly, no, listen, that's not too in depth. It's fine. Maybe the bigger guys aren't there because, well, I don't know, whatever. But we are actually all friends and talking to each other. So when I do, like, you know, when you watch our videos, you know that we're all connected in some way.
Oh yeah, totally. I don't think people know this, but Smithy and I are actually like super close friends, because we Smithy bothers me every day. He bothers Technocrat every day, I'm pretty sure.
Bro, I bother almost everyone every day, and I hope they love it.
He's a little gremlin, guys, but you guys wouldn't know that if you saw just my channel, because I've collabed with him like once.
Bro, don't worry. Look, we're fine.
And Technocrat, we play like games outside of recording.
No, we actually genuinely just chill together like majority of the time. But you know, it's weird because the viewers will never know this, but we are actually really good friends. Yeah. Oh, guys, that was so sweet.
I know. I'm so happy I started making YouTube stuff, because that led me guys to you. So.
Boys, you know, we just spent the last 9 minutes chatting ourselves up.
But I think this is a good state. Like I have a bit more than 400 subscribers, and I feel a really part of this YouTube community. Well, like it's unheard of that I have
the podcast's
so good.
about to catch up. Come on, podcast. If anyone's watching right now, we're gonna do a race. Technocrat's gonna race himself, bro. Let's race Technocrat. All right, we
Yeah.
are currently on 200 and something subs. If we can reach
Techno is
400 subs by Chum, give us a date.
The end of the month, November 1st.
November 1st. I will personally make an appearance on Technocrat's channel, and I'll force him to make a video. There you go.
Yes.
If we can beat that goal, there you go. Me and Chum will do something on Technocrat's channel, and you will all have to subscribe to him so that then he can rebeat the podcast.
I like how Technocrat was saying something heartfelt, and then you just jump straight to that, Smithy.
Yeah, that's standard Smith right there.
No. Continue with your heartfelt. Sorry, boys. I had to do the YouTuber moment.
Yeah. So obviously, don't subscribe to this channel. Go to my channels. And subscribe to my channel.
No.
So don't let the podcast win here.
No, the podcast will win.
But what I was saying was that I am when I entered the YouTube space, I couldn't in my wildest dreams imagine that I would be this close to so many YouTube creators and be part of this whole, because like you said, the image of YouTube is that it's a pretty lonely life, right? Like you create content, you compete with others.
Bro, we ain't lonely. We ain't lonely. I'm the anti of lonely right now.
Right. But I am almost overwhelmed with the response that I've been getting. Like for the amount of subscribers and impact I have on the YouTube, like the Victoria 3 space, I have been unproportionately involved with all you guys, and I'm so happy for it. So that's just a message to all of you guys. You can be part of this wonderful community. You don't need 10,000 subscribers to be, part of us. Just
be a chill guy. That's the one thing.
If we like you as a person,
I'm not gonna name any names, okay? Because I don't want to throw shade. Okay, but some YouTubers out there in the Paradox scene are stuck. They can be pretty stuck up.
Yeah.
They haven't bothered talking to us. Not that they should. But,
Well, even if we say, like, because I've messaged a few guys, okay, I've been around, messaging a few guys, and they don't even reply to me, which is fine. They're not obligated to, but it's just like, they're definitely not obligated to. It's just you kind of get the feeling that they're just in it for the numbers,
right?
And if you don't have the numbers, then you can't really talk to them. Which is, that's fine, but type of community that we're not trying to build here, guys, okay? If you have 0 subscribers, I will still collab with you. Because I literally just love hanging out with you guys. And Smithy will collab with you, Technocrat will collab with you, okay? Like,
yeah.
And to you, Technocrat, like, dude, you're just a chill guy. You're a chill guy, a cool guy. And, like, I literally just want you to be my friend, And that's why that's why we love having you around.
Chum.
I am your friend, Chum. You don't need to worry. All right.
Yeah, you're our brother. Wait, what's Smithy?
Chum. Wait, let me just write something in a file just so that I know whether I need to cut it. You guys continue.
Okay.
Wait.
He's writing something, boys.
All right. Okay. No. Okay. So
secret.
Okay. So Chum, this will get cut out if obviously it's irrelevant and you don't want to. But should we talk about our live stream? Should we set it off here?
Oh yeah. No, that's fine.
All right. Calm. Right. Okay. Now I don't have to cut it out. Everyone just got awkward, Smithy. So basically, actually, Chum, do you want to do it in your American lovely accent?
Oh, you can do it. I did the intro.
All right. So basically, me and Chum. Well, when I say me and Chum, I mean Smithy, because bright ideas come from this brain. And we're gonna put ourselves through hell for you guys. And for the money. No. Just for you guys. And in a few weeks, we haven't actually come up with a date yet. We need to figure out the date. But we are going to do a 24-hour live stream.
Just a shameless plug.
24 hours. Yeah, it's just a shameless plug. But
Bro,
I
you
mean,
just die, bro.
no, I mean, but that links with the community thing. If you are part of this community and you're on 10 subs, let us know. We have 24 hours. We will talk to you because we
Yeah,
will be very, very, very bored by that point. So
it's true.
join us. That
We will
could
send
be.
you the join code.
Yeah, bro. Technocrat will make an appearance if he can. And I know
Yeah.
we will hit up as many Victoria 3 YouTubers as we can to make an appearance throughout the time and hopefully make it the best fucking experience. I won't swear because Chum doesn't like it. The best experience you've ever had. And I'm going to love it because I haven't spent 24 hours with Chum ever. And now,
Oh my god. You're gonna die.
bro,
No,
you're
we're
going to
gonna bring
enjoy
Techno.
yourself so
We're
much.
gonna bring
Trust me.
Technocrat now. Sorry, Technocrat, you have to join us.
I
Technocrat-
guess I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, have you got 24 hours?
24-hour live
Have you got
stream,
24
boys.
hours?
24
If I
hours.
just got 20, wait, okay, you sure?
Bro
I
just
don't-
said yes.
I-
You've
I-
got.
I don't know if I have 24 hours though.
You can
Now
you
we-
can
now
dip.
you
It's
do.
only me and
I-
Chum that have committed to it.
I'll
No,
definitely
he has
I'll
to.
definitely make an
Oh.
appearance. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I will definitely
Yeah,
be on there at some
Yes,
point.
you have to make an
I'll promise. I
appearance.
promise.
All right. Well, Chum is
I'll
now
support
set
my
in
brothers
stone.
in
We now
arms.
need to start making some adverts. We now need to find a date. We now need to communicate with people about when they need to drop in. We need to organize the fuck out of this.
All right.
There you go. I've put it in stone now. It is happening, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing a 24-hour podcast. I mean, not podcast. Bloody hell! No. Live stream. Well,
dude.
leave us some suggestions if you're still watching on what you'd like us to see. What you'd like us to see? I mean, what you'd like us to do in that. Anyway, there you go. There's my shameless plug. Sorry.
No, I just want to back to what the topic of the podcast is about YouTube. Okay. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think of the current Victoria 3 YouTube? Actually, like the YouTube scene. What do you guys think of the content? Do you think it's good? You think it could be better? Like, do you like the
mean-
people here in the community?
What's-
Like, throw some drama. Let's get some drama for the podcast.
All right.
Okay?
What I've
no,
always
no.
found really weird is that there's
Toby
a
guy? I hate
lot.
this Toby guy.
There's a bro, we love Toby. There's a lot with Victoria 3. There are very few big creators. I like the creators that everyone recognizes. There's very few of them. But there are a lot of people making 1 or 2 videos and getting like, I don't know, 100 views, maybe a couple hundred subs. There are a lot of those channels that are just there.
Yeah.
And it's really weird to me the fact that like I don't know what I'm doing differently, but they're just sitting there and
Well,
like,
I know exactly what it is.
okay, tell me. What do you think?
No, okay. Just to clarify what Smithy's talking about, if you look at Victoria 3 YouTube, there's like 1 million channels with just like 100 views on Victoria 3. And the reason why Smithy's getting 10,000 views and they're getting 10 views, they don't edit their videos, A. That's one option. Okay.
True.
They don't edit their videos and it's bad content. I mean, like bad in the YouTube sense, basically. Because if you're competing with Smithy, who edits super hyper awesome videos, go subscribe to Smithy, by the way. You're probably gonna watch his content over somebody who's, just playing the game like normally without edits, without good commentary. Someone who's not comfortable with their presence, and that's. I hate to say it, but that's just how things are.
No way did journalists stream this. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
What?
What?
Yeah, that's just. I don't know. He said something about generalist.
Journalist stream for
yeah,
6.
anyway.
Oh, I found someone. Oh, never mind. They've got 17.7 thousand subs.
Anyways, the point is that
Oh,
if you wanna
another thing.
Smithy, please. He's talking.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. I got distracted.
if you want to stand out, you got to do something different. You can't just throw something at the wall and hope it explodes, like we've been saying.
Right.
You have to actually put effort in, and that's just how YouTube is. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. So Honestly, if you just edit your videos somewhat decently, you will get a couple thousand views on Victoria 3. No joke. Like, I
Yeah, yeah.
guarantee you will get a couple thousand views.
Nice intro, nice idea. A little bit of nice editing, you'll get a couple thousand views.
Yeah,
Okay,
like, okay, Smithy, go.
okay. So I just found this channel. They have ridiculous amount of subs. I won't say the names, but basically, all I see here is video with their. Okay, I won't say what game it is because otherwise you'll find it, and I don't want you to find it. So they're playing this game where they have the same. It's a series, right? One mistake, first mistake, series, and I get the comment a few times on my videos. Series don't help. They actually hinder, because what a series does is it hopes, really, really hopes that the person is going to care enough to come back. One thing that you do get with a video when you upload it is one big video, is the fact that, well, you've got that viewer. If they want to leave, they can, but they don't have to re-find your video. And that is a big, important part of, like, how you can get some views, is not, like, going, oh, here's a 18-parter. Because no one's going to care by the time it gets to part 10. Anyway, plus this guy has no thumbnails. It's just the same thumbnail on every single episode of this series. I don't know. Maybe I'm just waffling. But do you think that's right, Chum?
Oh, it's definitely right. If you look at Victoria 3, just gameplay in general, gameplay videos on YouTube in general, very rarely nowadays you will see videos that have like part 1, part 2, part 3 that do very well. And
Yeah.
that's just how YouTube is nowadays. Let's plays are kind of not the thing anymore, guys. Which is just how YouTube is. If you want to do
Sadly,
Let's Plays,
Plays
you
haven't
can,
been a
yeah.
thing for ages.
Yeah,
Like,
you can do Let's Plays, totally. Like, all power to you. But if you want to take YouTube seriously, I would recommend not doing like parted like episodes. Just because I've tried them before too, and they just don't do well.
yeah, it's a
I'm go-
shame, really.
I'm gonna sound like a boomer now, but like I think they can work. They're not gonna get the kind of traffic that you guys get. But I mean they can work in getting like views consistently, because like people will watch a series and then
Sure, yeah.
months after. So it can work. It just doesn't work. If you guys are doing what like the strategy that Sham and Smithy are doing, that absolutely won't work, because Smithy and Sham is following a doctrine of YouTube content that won't work at all. It all depends on your strategy. So I would say that you guys are completely correct in that if you want every video to get a decent amount of views, then serialized content is not the way to go. But like you can make it work.
True. You can make it work, but it just depends. Okay, yeah, maybe me and Chum have a very funneled idea and very refined idea of what we see as success. But you know what? You can still have fun with it.
It's just depends, really.
I'm gonna say that right now, I think that you and Sham has chosen a model that works very well, and like it's definitely I think the model that might work best in the YouTube space right now. But I'm saying I don't want to call Let's Plays dead just yet. I do
Well,
think
yeah, they're not dead, but the fact is, like, the general audience will not watch 20 parts to a series, which is fine if that's not what you're looking for. If you're looking for a very hyper specific audience who loves like nitty gritty, then that's totally it'll be very successul.
We have
if you
we do have the perfect example, and it's Generalist.
It's general, yeah.
Generalist makes many parts, and to his videos, and they do well, and they do well consistently, and he is sadly, well, I don't know, maybe not sadly, but the second biggest channel on the platform. Not on the platform, bloody hell.
No, but on the Victoria 3
Victoria
space,
3
yeah.
space.
Yeah.
He was just overtaken by Toby. I think we said that earlier. But Generalist makes lots of very informative content. And like his community is very loyal. So
Yeah.
you can build a community like that and you can be successful. There's nothing to say that you can't be.
Yeah.
But if you want to be successful, because you can see from Generalist views, it's not as high as Chum's and not as high as Toby's, but it's very consistent and very frequent, which is going to be difficult. Like if I uploaded every day, one, quality would reduce, which means I get less views, and two, I don't think people would care enough for daily uploads, but maybe that's just where I stand.
Yeah, it just depends on your strategy, right? The strategy that you and Sham are applying is where every video is its self-contained project. It is of extremely high production value. It is highly edited, and every video essentially is it looks for high viewership, right? On the other hand, a let's play or serialized content, like say a live stream VOD, for example, it's not edited, it's long form, it's not gonna get the views, it's not gonna get as much of retention rate, but it's low effort. You can if you just, there are entire channels out there that just posts streaming VODs, right? And they don't care if they have 1 million subscribers and they get 1,000 views per video, because they can churn out these videos like what what watch time, right? They can churn out watch time like hours, like hundreds of hours each week. So it just depends on your strategy.
That's true. You don't have to follow our strategy. It's just the one that we know.
Because
yeah.
But like I said, the Shum Smithy model, like right now on YouTube, works. It just, the drawbacks of that is that you need to be, the video ideas need to be consistently good all the time. You will find yourself constantly looking for what's the next great hit, right? And every video needs to be like, they need to be super high production value. Like they need to be edited, they need to be high energy, they need to be like, keeping the attention of the audience, it needs to follow through. So if you have the time and effort to like, well, I'm gonna, either I'm gonna edit this or I'm pay an editor, or I'm gonna, spend many hours of my week just thinking about ideas, recording ideas, and then editing it, then that might be for you. But it just one strategy that works among others.
Yeah. I don't know.
Look at my videos, for example. Like I have a completely different strategy than most people. I don't make YouTube videos consistently, that's a bad thing. But I make essentially, the strategy is that I make high impact videos that I think will adhere to an audience that is not my subscribers, and that will have general application, as in people watch a tutorial because they don't understand the game. They don't watch a tutorial because, oh well, it's a technocrat, I like his stuff, right? So I make a couple of videos, and then like I was so surprised because I made a few videos. I had sub 100 subscribers, and my videos got 19,000 views. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen, right? So you can definitely have other different strategies on YouTube, and they will work either okay or decently well, but you can have different strategies. You don't need to do the Shum Smithy thing to be successful, even though that might be the highest shot you have at it. I just wanted to disclaimer that I killed the mood, didn't I?
No. I was,
But
bro, I'm just having a quick power nap.
Bro, he
I
said
mean,
you're too
people,
boring to.
No.
people.
I've developed a headache. That's what's happened. We've been talking
Alright.
for
He
an hour and a
said
half.
he said you made him get a headache. Bro,
No,
I
not technocrat. I've had this for the last like, hour. It's fine. It's just started to take over. What am I
we're
saying?
gonna we're gonna like round off in 10 minutes or so, right? Like it's
Yeah, it's gone for an hour and a half.
yeah.
If you want to wrap it
So
up
well,
now,
I'm
we
just
can.
but I really want to stress that I do think you guys have found a format that works really well, and I do think your model is expertly crafted. I wanted to keep it open for people out there that they can, if they think they can do let's play content because that's more of their vibe, I think that they can make that work.
Definitely. There's nothing to stop it to stop you, but I mean,
I
as long as it's good
still,
content, it'll work.
as long as it's good content, I think it would do great. I just think that in in the long term, it's a different form of content, like you say, where the first episode leads to the second episode and then the third episode. And if you release the third episode, people will be like, "Oh, let's watch the first episode." That type of stuff. It is very different type of content that I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Which
But
is
you wouldn't be able to
if you're
get
watching.
much advice from me and Chum because
If you're watching right now,
haven't.
go for it because as long as it's good content, you will succeed on YouTube.
Yeah.
But also like maybe starting with a let's plays might not be the greatest idea because like what Shaman Smith have said earlier, it's really hard to stand out as in like I'm gonna play as Colombia from 1836 to 1936. Like that's not gonna grab. You're not gonna have any sort of growth really if you don't have if you don't provide anything that's really
Oh,
spectacular,
that's
right?
very true.
Right. If you don't have any like if you don't have the greatest voice that ever graced the earth, right? Then people not gonna why would I tune into this let's play where I can find dozen of others?
And
So maybe like you said earlier, Chum, maybe like you niche down first. You make something that is like eye catching first, and then you can start like Generalist does, right? He makes his big impact tutorials and dev diaries, and then he branches out and does let's plays, and people, he's grown that base so he can do that.
yeah,
But
just on what you were saying earlier about playing Colombia to for a very long time. If you turn that say into a series of 5 episodes, for example, versus me, and I'm going to use me as an example because I know I do it. I will play that game the whole way through and turn it into 40 minutes. If your video is like 5 hours of the same time, then just compare the two. I have created the exact same, say it's the exact same video, just different formats of how it's been done. I personally don't think that you well, I guess if you can waffle for 5 hours long, then you can waffle for 5 hours long, and if it's good waffle, then it's good waffle. But I mean,
Waffle.
yeah, what is waffle? All we do is waffle, Chum.
Waffle.
All we do is waffle and say GDP went up. Basically, sorry, what was I saying?
Formula.
What was I saying?
You said basically if you can waffle for 5 hours, that's good.
No. What I was saying is like,
you
do you seriously think that a video that is the exact same game in a sense, that's 40 minutes long, will capture the audience less than the 5-episode series?
Okay, yeah, that's true. That's true. I think it's just different audiences.
I know.
Because
There will be people that want to watch 5
yeah,
hours.
I think there's a case of it's just different audiences, and the thing is like the general audience, the people who just play Victoria 3 for like casually, they would watch your video, right? The 40-minute
the 40
video
minute,
as opposed to
yeah.
But people who like generalist audience, for
The
example, they would love
yeah.
they would love that just because they love Victoria 3 so much. It's just who do you want to make videos for, basically?
Yeah, I guess that's
And
true.
And that's all YouTube is. Yeah.
Who's your audience?
Yeah,
We're going
who's your
back to
audience?
that
Who
whole
do you want to be the
audience
audience?
thing. Yeah. You can cater to an audience, and as long as you're happy with that audience, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because obviously the long videos, the ones who like Victoria 3 a lot, that's a smaller audience than just the broad general audience.
Yeah.
But that's fine if that's who you want to, make videos for.
But yeah,
But don't expect. I mean, the let's plays can work, but don't expect to have like super high growth from it, because
Yeah,
super high growth comes from individual videos doing great, not
pretty
not
much.
5 videos doing decent, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
because
So
I tried the thing is right. I tried the series thing. Yes, I was younger. Yes, I was fucking annoying. Yes, I was
Twelve.
inexperienced. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I still did it, right? And I know that I would get comments on a video, like say it's part 1, and it would do, maybe 100 views. And for me at the time, that was bloody amazing, right? But then the next one, it would be like 20. And it would be similar kind of content, but my issue was always, and by the way, this was Minecraft. My issue was always the fact that people would then, like, as soon as they join, they'd be like, oh, this is a cool idea. And then they'd join, they'd realize this is a series, go, you know what, I can't be bothered, and leave. Because no one wants to start on episode 5 or whatever, and then have to go rewatch 5 episodes. Some people will. Some people will, and I know I've done that in the past where I've gone back and watched an entire series.
Yeah, me too.
But there aren't that many people that will. And that's the one thing that I noticed, and I changed as soon as I went to Hearts of Iron 4. I was like, you know what, I can't do the series anymore because, well, no one was watching the series for long enough. But there you go.
Yeah,
I'm just very against series.
Yeah,
I'm very against them.
Series that drags on, they will just not be doing well. But I do think that maybe there are people with different perspectives than we 3 sitting here, because there are people that
of course.
function.
There was this YouTuber that I used to watch a very long time ago. He made Bannerlord videos, or Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. And he had this very, very long series. I think, I can't remember his name. But anyway, and I was...
Reformist?
Huh?
Reformist? No?
No.
VMP show?
No.
Huh?
The VMP show?
No.
Dude,
No. But...
Becky Fish?
No, stop trying to guess his name. I can't remember. But,
Fine.
but he made content on Bannerlords over... This was the one series. I know he made others, but it was hundreds of episodes or whatever. And I watched them all. I watched... Well, okay, actually, no. I watched maybe 50%. And that was just because I think he took a break, and then he came back, and then I was like, you know what, after the break, I don't actually care anymore. Yeah. But I was definitely stuck into that, and it can work. And now I'm thinking about it, yeah, if you are engaging enough. And what I remember is that he was a very roleplay heavy, and he had this whole big storyline, and he was like proper into the game, this episode is sick kind of thing. And I don't even think the editing was fantastic. I think he was just he was a good storyteller, and that kind of thing, you can, if you're good at that, you can use it. And he's bigger than us, much bigger than us. But there you go. There's an example of someone that's done it, but I couldn't tell you who because I can't remember.
Right. But it can work.
It can.
It depends on the content, like you're saying, right? Like if you have a character in CK who is really like, people get. I know like a lot of YouTubers do this, right? When they have a character just reoccurring, somebody they are attached to or something. Like look at this, I play Tyrion Lannister in CK and see how he does, right? And like and people get attached to that, and they want to follow like how how is he doing, and so they want this continue. I can't say that word, I'm not English.
Continuation.
Yeah, exactly. Like they want to follow somebody through a length of time, and you know, like I used to have also watch someone making content for Bannerlord. His name is Reformist. He has one of the greatest voices in the world. Like I could listen to him for hours, and I did.
Nice.
Also the thing with that kind of long-term unedited content is that it's like people who watch live streams. It's like eventually you can just have this on the background while you're doing other stuff, because that's how you consume content, right? It doesn't need to be this high energy, like I want to see every mouse click, right? So
Of course.
so there are different consumers out there, and I think Victoria 3 is a great example of that, because Victoria 3 on the surface is this really nerdy game that tries to dwell a bit deep into economics, and you have to have this huge simulator and all that stuff, right? So you have people like me, generalist, like Tarkus and stuff, who really like digs deep into the simulation part. Like, oh, you could. It's technically more efficient to build 5 sawmills than 2 steel mills if you have this certain bonus, right? Like, you have all of those people, and then you have. I'm sorry if I say anything that is incorrect, Cham, you need to correct me.
Oh, go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, right. But then you have this all other side of the Victoria 3 scene, where it's all like we want to play, like Victoria 3 should be fun. Stop adding like nerdy stuff, math into it. Like we want to make the East India Company explode, or we want to produce only steel because that's what you do, right? Or we want to create sweatshops in Thailand and see what happens. Or we want to spread anarchy through Europe. I know somebody tried that, right? Like
Somebody we know.
This entertaining side where you turn this nerdy super like spreadsheet simulator, which it was called for a long time, right, into this fun entertaining video where you almost don't look at the GDP graph because that's boring. You do it because it's
Well,
entertaining, it's
not
fun.
necessarily. Not necessarily. I think it's fun. I think it's fun just playing the game, because that's what I do. I do now. I just play the
Yeah,
game, and I think you can make the game really fun. The thing is, we just suck at the game. I think that's the only difference.
Speak for yourself,
Between like
mate.
I just suck at the game,
No,
and
no, no.
I
I'm with you.
love. Listen, the one thing I love the most is seeing the GDP go up. That's my
right.
main priority in
But
my
we're just not
videos.
very good at it, and that's why it's more
I'm
exciting.
not good at it,
Well,
and that's
Yeah.
why I think that's why people. I think the one difference is that I don't focus so much on optimization and
right,
efficiency.
right.
I just focus on, hey, what would I do in this situation, and I'm just gonna have fun playing this game. I think that's the one difference.
I mean, it's
Like
basically it. Sorry, Shab, go ahead. I
no,
interrupted.
no. Oh, go ahead. I was done.
I mean, it's basically your videos, and like they touch. It's basically challenge runs, right? Like it's what they do. They've been milking Skyrim content for 15 years at this point, right? It's like,
Oh,
what if I've seen the videos. They're doing pretty well. Like it's like, what if I play Skyrim, but I have my hands bound, or I play Skyrim, but I need to go. I need to beat Skyrim naked. All of those,
wait, what? In real
right?
life?
What?
Naked in
Both,
real life?
both.
Oh god.
That they tried it all, man. Like I don't know why Skyrim content is still doing great, but they're like, can I, and all of the can I make can I beat Skyrim with only my voice, like as a voice controlled character, like all of those stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that is like that is, it's not exactly, you're not playing the game like exactly how it was intended, but it sure is entertaining, and it's fun for people and enjoyable for both the content creators and the people watching. So
Yeah.
it's I it's so fun to see that they are so different, that the viewer base of Victoria 3 and the community is so varied in what it wants, right? We were talking about niches. It's so fun to see a game that is one could almost like when it came out, you could almost like, oh well, this is just gonna hit home with the Excel nerds, right? And then that we have this whole vibrant YouTube scene where you Sham and Smithy are exploring more so like the entertainment part of it, and that's so nice to see. So I don't necessarily think that you need to adhere to one. You don't need to like say that, okay, I just because, say, your models, the Shum and Smith model are producing Victoria 3 content. Let's say it's the most successful. I don't necessarily think you need to subscribe to that mod just because it is the most successful. You can do, there are other stuff that can work. It might be less successful, but it can work because the viewership is so varied.
Yeah. Well, boys, I found the channel.
Huh?
I found the channel. It's Party Elite. Don't know if you've ever heard of him before.
No, I
but
haven't, no.
Basically, bro got on his first Bannerlords upload, he got 181,000 views 4 years ago. That must have been on release. But you can immediately see from episode 2, 72,000 views. So that's my point just there in a nutshell. And then he did like 100 episodes. These videos were an hour long. So he had like 100 hours of just one game. Just one playthrough. That is insanity. But basically, I was just having a look at his channel, doing a little, little digging around. And what he seems to do, and it's an interesting strategy, and I wonder whether anyone else could give this a go. But he plays a game for these long series, and then keeping his core audience. And I think he has multiple core audiences because he's playing like 4 games at the same time with
surely.
on like an average maybe of 6,000 views a video, like on these like big series.
6,000.
But yeah,
6,000.
6,000. That's it, right?
Well,
all right. Let me just continue. But what he seems to do is make then these standalone guide type videos and like recommendation type videos where he's like, oh, most anticipated games of 2024, and these get thousands and thousands, like hundreds of thousands of views, which is, obviously what you want. His most popular is on 1.6 million, which was his Planet Zoo video, and he just makes these videos that get very, very good views, and then will have just the core audience in, or his most dedicated fans watching the rest. And I mean, I guess it works because I seem to remember this guy does it full time, which is a nice thing.
The absolute advantage of that is that you don't need to, as in, you can produce a lot of content pretty easily. Like you don't need to pay an editor an awful lot of money. You don't need to edit videos. You don't need to come up with ideas all the time. You can basically have a recording session and then have a lot of content. Like this is I have a backlog. Like I have content set for the next 4 weeks or something.
Yeah,
so you can,
I mean, I genuinely think this
stuff.
guy is the YouTuber that I wanted to be, where I was just, I guess, just press play, press finish, and then he records an hour long every time. And this is a Let's Play YouTuber, and I guess, it's a shame that they don't do as well anymore. But I mean, if you want every video to have consistently good viewers, then maybe it's not the route to do series. But if you want to have a very nice core audience that probably comment a lot, then and like are engaged, then you could do series. I mean, it goes against everything I believed in, but
Yeah, but I also think that type of content is not really for you, or like serialized content. I do think is for more of the podcast enjoyers, for one. The people that like to sleep the videos, for second of all, and third of all, maybe a bit more like an older audience, like between 25 and 30. As in, I think the younger audience, they want that high octane, high energy, bold characters all over the place.
They want to have fun, yeah. True.
We also want to have fun, Smithy. All the boomers in here, but we don't just want a heartbeat of 120p or RPM all the time.
That's true. Anyway, that's all I had to say about series. I'm sorry I went on for so long.
And we have discussed this to death, but I think the point to take home is that even though in I've been in the game for quite a long time. I'm not been creating videos for YouTube, but I've been watching YouTube since I was there when it was created. Like I'm that old. I'm that old. I'm that old, right?
Bro pulled the Mr. Bloody hell, what do I call you? Arthritis. Mr. Arthritis card.
Thanks for that, by the way.
By the way, this is some banter that we have in the background.
Yeah.
Chom is, I don't know. Chom doesn't have a nickname, but Technocrat Mr. Arthritis.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need enemies with friends like these, right?
No.
Anyway,
I
with that said, we're gonna need to round off the episode soon. But I have been on the YouTube scene as in a consumer since it was created. I've been Smithy, shut up for a while, okay? like I have seen the ups and downs. I've seen they have been fiddling with the damn algorithm for 15 years. They have been like I've been with the first and the second ad apocalypse of YouTube, where all of the content creators had to shut down because YouTube did a horrible mistake and everybody just left the platform. Like I've been there to see what content worked, what content died, I've been there seeing it all, right? I just wanted to. YouTube shifts a lot in what works and what not. Maybe like you and Sham has found the model that works best for right now and the foreseeable future. I just want to keep the door open for anybody. Like if you want to try a serialized content, you go ahead, right? Like the worst thing that can happen is that it didn't work out. It wasn't fun for you, but like keep the door open for you don't need to fit into the format which like the super high growth, successful YouTube channels are doing. You can do your own thing as well, and it can work out.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't be surprised if serialized content doesn't work out straight away for you because
we just spent the last 51 minutes chitter-chattering about how we bloody hate it. Anyway. That's all I had to say.
Sham and Smithy hate it. I when I was Smithy's age, which is 10 years ago, by the way, I
dogs me. My God.
I adored.
Bro, you don't have to tell him I'm 30. Oh my God.
No, I did too.
Yeah, I watched. I watched Arumba, who did Paradox content serialized.
I love Arumba.
Yeah,
Arumba.
I watched Quill 18, who made serialized content on
Back in
Sim,
my
on
day, I
CK2.
used to watch.
Smithy, come on, let me talk. I watched.
Chill,
I still watch Northern Lion, who makes serialized content. Smithy,
When the dinosaurs.
We do not allow ageist comments here.
The dinosaurs, they used to roam the streets.
If I am Mr. Arthritis, Smith is really showing his age here, Mr. High School.
All right,
boys, let's get back on the topic.
Whoa.
Get back on topic.
Chill.
You were saying?
My
Okay.
God.
As in serialized content can't work. It has worked, provenly. It just maybe it's not it's not the success. Maybe the most successful model at YouTube at the moment, and maybe not in Victoria 3.
Yeah.
Maybe, and if you want to do it, maybe grow yourself an audience first. That's what I want to take home. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a beautiful place to leave it. Unless anyone else has anything else to say.
Oh, that's good.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Go check out generalist episode. And well, what we think about general. I don't know what we did. It was ages ago. But yeah, more podcast episodes to come. We promise.
Yeah, and comment. Put your comment in the comment section if you where you place yourself in the whole serialized content war between me and Smithy.
Yeah.
Bro,
I'm-
I fell asleep when you were trying to back it up. My God.
Oh my god.
No,
I
no,
know.
no, 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 no. No, I do take in what you say. It is true. Anyway, we will stop rambling about series. Thank you, everyone. See you again.